Okay, am I live now? I'm gonna check it out right now because Twitch is being a piece of shit right now. I mean, most of the time. Oh, now I loaded video. So I've been like talking to myself for around 20 minutes. Lovely. I hope you can watch the recording later. Anyway, I finished the previous case. And you missed that. Unfortunately.
You're 2 blocks behind first and second.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Yeah, Cole actually got a sick mind back in the war. Okay, so this is the second case we're doing today, walking in Elysian Fields.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
So after this case, how many more are there? This is case 18, there are 21, 3 more to go. Maybe we still will take a couple of extra streams.
Your parents ever asked you to run away from home?
Did you see his lovely wife and children in the paper?
Everybody's talking about myself. I mean, it's bullshit.
You know the way. You can drive.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget it.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. You guys are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
I don't think anything can be worse than the 4 victims I saw before in the previous case.
Do you have a name?
Oops.
Morelli, Mike.
Still have one time to change my mind.
Family. Okay. Anything else? Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert. Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Ooh. I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
What are they doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
It's fucked up. Yeah, it was worse than the one in the previous case. In a way.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Never the same, brother.
That wasn't disrespectful at all.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
It doesn't
That was
explain why he
obvious.
ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt. For the fires? For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps.
But it makes
I know you
sense.
had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Oh my god.
Evidence!
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating big.
Actually, yeah, I'm curious. If you kindly let me pass, thank you very much.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me, and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps?
He's freaking out because he's actually in a real case.
The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
Yeah, he's freaking
Remember
out.
the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
Everything fits.
I haven't done this for years.
See, that's why you're freaking out, because you actually have to work.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Fuck. Oh, check this out.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
Calderon.
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Is it because he was in the Marines?
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Okay, Morelli Fire Witness Reports.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, We were asleep when we heard the explosion.
I didn't even finish the question.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Suspicious activity.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
You know more. Doubts.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Okay, that was kind of interesting. Planned demolitions.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Didn't you mention that they didn't want to sell? Yeah, you are hesitating like fuck. Doubts.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell.
So you knew
Fool
this.
was ruining it for all of us.
And promotional travel contest. So basically I'm gonna ask him if he actually got the offer eventually.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
There isn't really a reason for you to be hiding that information. Apparently you don't know for real.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Ah, I see.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Hold a piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
It's a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
So that's the famous Lila Monroe, huh?
Oh, I see you already have one.
Win a trip to Catalina Island, Ring, Michigan 945.
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
I see. Okay, so I guess now I'm going to the telephone to get the address for Elysian Fields. I'm sure there is something left in the house itself, some clue.
Fields developments.
One moment, detective.
I'll check it out in a minute.
748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Don't mess with the big guys.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Of course.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Wait a minute. Are we done here? Fuck. Locations. No, this is not crossed out. That means I still have to find something else here. I'll check out inside the house. I'm sure I can make the case without really finding extra clues in this place, but I haven't checked it out completely. I would like to. It's 5 rating. No, this is a ball. Yeah. Pointless. Oh, probably I should check around the house. Probably a faulty heater or something like that, because I don't think there is anything left. I'm a little bit lost here. Where is the room with the victims? Ah, here it is.
Find anything interesting?
That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's see outside the house. Or around the house. Oh, I remember this. Something down there.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
I remember you actually can go down there. Anything in the shed? No, that's out of the area of investigation itself. So yeah, I gotta get down there. Sure I can. They won't let me? This is blocked. So I gotta use the main entrance. Wait a minute. Nah. Where is it? I'm sure I was able to access that area. What is this? Probably another pointless thing.
Optimistic, Cole.
Yeah, of course. How do you get down there? Everything is so dark, you can barely tell anything. No. No. Wait. Yeah, that's the area, so I have to get through it from outside. There is no other choice. And I don't think I have to get back here. Anyway, one last look. Here, see? You know what, dude? Let's get out of here. Wait. Oh, look at this. This is the one.
Looks like the same model.
Varley is on this again. So we're not even done with the clues? Wait a minute. Whatever, I'm out of here. Been wasting enough time.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Let's go to Rancho Escondido first.
Shame about Chapman. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Want to bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches. You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America, dickhead.
sir. Now step back, or I'll lock you up for
Smart
a
mouth
fray.
son of a bitch.
A lot of blood.
Come back here.
For a single fist.
That's not cool. We're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
Are we done? Oh, there is another mister that wants to fight me. Hello, mister. Do you see? Oh, he's not done for. Oh, come on. I needed to press circle. Well, there was no need to. I win
Good thing
nonetheless.
you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Okay, do I have to get in? Well, get in, quote unquote. Wait, I'm out of the area? What happened to the music? Yeah, again, I get out of the area. Should be around here then. Oh, that's a police hat. Oh, I remember this. Have to take a look at the bricks, the materials. Here it is.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Shit.
If we're paying a visit to Alicia and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Yeah, this guy's like, whatever. Definitely nobody wants me to get with the big guys.
You drive.
But apparently this big guy is involved in the bullshit.
Alright, where to?
We just talked about going to Elysian Fields to talk to Monroe. So yeah, I'm sure I must have missed a clue or two. Going to this basement, I think, in the burn house. But I'm pretty sure that's irrelevant to the case. So, is this game as long as the previous one? I'm sure it isn't. No, in fact, I'm pretty close to finishing it. Well, that's better, I suppose. Alright, let's go then.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help?
I would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right.
Of course.
Nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
The voice.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
I never
Biggs.
took a look at these things.
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Oh, a lot of questioning to do. Elysian linked to arsons. Wow, straight to the point.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
This guy's a tough one. Doubts.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Yes. It is. Every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
At least Herschel is getting involved in it. Promotional travel contest.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, I guess I will have to remind you by using evidence.
You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Except I'm not missing it. So, the flyers.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Local land acquisitions.
Made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
That sounded very cool, nice, and American at the same time, but not very concrete. Doubts.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Is he really 52? He looks way older. At least 20 years older. Rancho Escondido fire.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Lie.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
We just checked them out, and the cement is like shit.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for way bills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
What an asshole!
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Yep, Chapman.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
So the phone isn't here. But it isn't here instead. Wait.
Ross is a fine man.
Yes, sir.
son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pointed his gun at me.
Ah, there it is.
Been lucky when it came to her weight.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
So wasn't Chapman the guy that liked fires? Or like
Can you check
watching fires?
Herbert Chapman.
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective.
Yeah, that's one.
I'm sorry, Detective.
Well, Herschel knew in advance he was going to get
Give me a
released.
last known address and put out an APB on the guy.
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks.
Oh, another cutscene. I was expecting to wrap this up right now, but apparently that has to wait.
Give me your heart, and baby, I'll bin it, 'cause I always kill the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole?
for the
No.
sake of
Not even for old time's sake?
No.
Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. I'll get around it.
is something quite other.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save the
about...
threats for someone who cares about the boy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you.
Will turn to surprise as you feel the pain.
Stay away from Elysian Fields.
You realize
I should have known that you were playing Aaron. You and your doofus partner. You have been warned. Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
Yes, he definitely
The
knows.
same kind of people that sent you here. Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Bad hurt. Cole didn't give a shit.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save me, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
Yeah, actually Herschel has the freedom to stay away. No, I don't want to drive.
11K,
Fuck.
go ahead.
Just noticed.
11K, the last known address of suspect.
You can drive.
Wait,
So where do you want to go?
the apartment? I guess we're going there.
Zion Tobacco Company of Virginia.
So how long it's been taking this one case? Like 40 minutes? More or less.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him, too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. Is there some kind of problem?
Alright, let me take a look here.
Let's take a look at the car.
See what he's
Oh,
hauling around.
flyers and mosquito coils.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
So what is this? Bullets.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
It's one of the flyers, isn't it? Yep.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Yeah, that's the same guy that liked fires.
Son of a
So
bitch,
now
he
I
must have
do
got
have
the
to
trial.
drive. No choice.
We gotta move fast, Cole.
Gotta go fast, gotta go fast, gotta go fast, 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 fast.
I'll call this in. Get
I don't
some
even know
power
this
dispatch.
song. Sorry.
Car 11K calling KGPL.
You just have to follow it.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
See, I'm going very slowly.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Don't worry, I don't think I'm gonna lose him. I think he's gonna turn at some points. That I have to pay attention to. There it is. Shit.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Or how am I supposed to do it? Oh, you're doing it. Shooting. Did he get him? I think I did.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Where's the guy? Wow, frame rate! Well, that helped me somehow.
Looks like we have our man.
Wow, it's the first time I got such terrible frame rate. And I'm playing a console version, imagine.
There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
Makes
Yeah,
no
good point.
sense.
The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? Be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Good reference. Good joke. So yeah, that ends the case, if I'm not mistaken. As I told you, this is considerably shorter than the previous one. There must be another cutscene before, though. It's taking too long. Yep, I knew it.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You work for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
It's kind of weird they post this cutscene at the end of one case and not at the beginning of the next one. I still got the 5 stars because I pretty much found all of the clues. I found all of the clues even though it didn't cross out this house on fire or burned house. I'm pretty sure I did miss one area, but whatever. I found everything apparently. Okay, if we can pause the intro for the next case. Yeah. Okay, I'm done for now, guys. I'll see you in the next stream. I don't think in the next stream I'll be finishing the game, but no more than 2 streams will take basically to finish the game. There are 3 more cases. No, actually, wait a minute. The one I am starting now is, yeah, 3 more cases. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.